Hello everybody and welcome to episode 24 of the Empire of Man. I'm Icon and I have changed my plans between this and the last episode. So at the end of the last episode I announced that we'd be continuing with Scythalon mining. I've changed my mind about that. I think a way more important thing to do next is to research the jewelers, because we really need a bit more luxury. The Scythalon is a pretty appealing project, surely, but at the same time, it'll only unlock things that chronologically I want to process my gems now, and then I want to unlock the magic ore. It feels like the right thing to do. On the other hand, let's see. Do my clay exports work well? Yes, they do. Awesome. So we're taxing so much clay out of our environment here that we're actually able to sell it again. That's the power of administration. Convince those people to give the stuff to you because they feel obliged to you, and then sell it back to them. Alright, everything is going quite well here. Last time I also installed a couple of extra nurseries, so we got more babies by now. Because the income of fruit is so stable, I felt like it's really no problem to stay with that. Still keeping a watchful eye here on my food production and my consumption, although we're overproducing since several years, so my buffers here should be able to withstand growth quite decently. Now, let's see. I have to wait until the frozen technology becomes unfrozen yet again, so whenever you forget a technology, the points that were necessary to unlock that get unlocked over a period of time, so you can't swap back and forth with technologies just like you want to. I find that quite okay. So the jeweler transforms coal, gem, jewelry. I expected as much. Okay. So we are storing our jewelry over here, aren't we? Yes, we are. So, well, or not jewelry, gems in particular. So let's say no more would be stored here, and the jewel rig will go here. So artisans parlor, we're building a jeweler today. So of course it's growing clearer and clearer that this area here has been planned too small, but I have no clue what I'm getting myself into, so I forgive myself. I'm gonna put up a, well, let's not put up the jeweler right next to the slaver. That feels just sad. So here I want to keep this as living area, so I guess the jeweler has to... Oh, hell yeah, we can just delete those farms here. Finally, I got a good reason to get rid of them. Wonderful. So yeah, we're just gonna put up the jeweler right here. Bam, just like that. Restructuring your good old town. Okay, so jeweler's shop. We're building this out of stone, of course. Everything else would be not appropriate. Okay, so workbench. Let's bring up enough room for, I don't know. This thing's too narrow for... Okay. Let's put this up like that for now. Okay, quite a costly place, but I think it's gonna be totally worth it. Also, am I exporting metal already? Yeah, we're We're considering the export of metal here. No, I'm not, but I need to. I'm soon gonna be overproducing that stuff as well. So let's start already with an export depot in advance, so we never will accidentally stockpile that stuff. Unnecessarily, that is. So, cut stone. Haha, I don't think we're ever going to be storing that much cut stone, so I'm going to be using a few of those crates here for the metal storage, just to make sure that we're stockpiling a bit more than that before I consider exports, you know. Okay, so our dudes here are doing quite well. So the guard post here has been built too, and the battle gear is still not running out. Hell yeah. Okay. So let's wait for the jeweler's place to be built. We're lacking fine stone for that. Okay. So, do I want to expand on that business? Yeah, let's do this. The masonry can use another workbench if you ask me. Or two. My city grows more and more hungry for those more costly materials, so I think it's perfectly fine to increase in that regard as well. Let's put up a couple of extra quarrymen here, of course. Okay, here we go. More fine stone being produced. Oh, look at our people bathing all summer long. So yeah, looks like this is going to take a while, huh? Damn. At least the auto-employment system does increase the workload bit by bit. Something. So I'm gonna stop bringing in more migrants into town for now. We don't need to, actually. I want to wait until the jeweler is done. I mean, we're not gonna be able to get too much done there. Ah, let's pick up these dudes. Can't help myself. But I think jewelry will make a big migrational pull happen once more. And that's always the stuff you're looking for, you know. There we go. Jeweler's finally being built. I think I just actively skipped ahead an entire year or so. A year later. Yeah, so, well, I don't think that we're gonna be working with that many employees for a longer period of time. But let's see what happens with the starters here. So, let's see, is the frozen knowledge already unfrozen? Well, we can't we can't skip to that much ahead then. Fishery here is working just fine. I love it. Or clay experts are not really working out as I want them to, but yeah, well. So by now, I want to stop importing fish. Just want to import mushrooms now, because fish is something we acquire from our subjects in the vicinity, so no need to go for this. Alright, let's wait what'll happen once we're producing our first pieces of jewelry here. So here we go, the first piece of jewelry is done. Can this be used for some... Let's see. Equipment here. Ah, I'll have to assign that to people. I see. Alright. So, well, that's gonna take some time. The amount of gems in my cap... okay, the more gems we have, the happier my people are. The more meat and cephalon we're storing as well. Interesting. I have no clue. Well, you know. So, another thing that's on my mind is, with the growth of my community here, we shall really be careful there. So, the school offers no more service, is out of service, so let's build another school here. Bam. I like that. We're now at the homegrown subject phase. Alright, so if I check out paper, construction, sacrifice, production. Jeez, animals, get out of my face. Stupid fruit flies. Okay, so grandstone's being produced in larger amounts. Let's see. Flat houses are being overbooked yet again. The usual. The usual. Let's copy another poop house as well. It's always the same stuff. But my dudes are a little bit more on the unhappy side than usual. Yeah, that's because we're starting to run out of services again, aren't we? So the tavern never has been in service completely, but look at that. No, never mind. The alcohol is being... Why didn't we have some stockpile of drink for a while? Nah, whatever. So lavatories seem to be fine. Bathhouses, totally not. Alright. So we probably should bring up another bathhouse, huh? That should be a wise idea. So we got one here. Is that the only bathhouse here in the vicinity? No wonder that people are getting angry. So let's smuggle one in here, right next to the libraries. Our center of knowledge. We got ourselves a university now, too. So, I think one of the most important things from now on is that we need to upgrade the output of our gemstone mine quite drastically. Because, you know, that's where all the jewelry will come from. So for some odd reason, there are still 4 employees lingering around there, but I don't mind. Let them do their thing. Alright. So let's see how things will play out. We do have a pretty big investment in rarer materials yet again, but... oh well, rarer and normal materials. So, let's see. I'm running out of stone to collect here, which is kind of sad. It's about damn time that my quarrymen are finally numerous enough to quench the hunger for stones of this town. I mean, it's really sick. The amount of stone this place is eating up. I wouldn't have thought it would be that much. No. Totally not. So now we're increasing our hunger for these materials yet again. But I'd say it's worth it. It's totally worth it. The best part right now is we're increasing the luxury feeling of our dudes constantly, because, you know, jewelry is being spread in town now. I mean, sure, the fulfillment ratio is not even remotely visible right now, but we getting there. We getting there. One piece of jewelry for everybody. That's my election motto. Or something like that. Not that my dude got elected or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, we're not doing some filthy things like democracy here, but you get the idea. The people like me for the free jewelry. I should rather put it like that. So development is coming along rather slowly now. We don't see that much migrational increase there, but there's another thing happening. We have a lot of kids that are learning here. So, okay, we now have more schooling room than necessary. That's good. A couple of people want to join our place yet again. I appreciate and accept, because that's really important, you know, but I certainly seem to be running out of paper yet again. Jeez. The amount of paper makers here in town is increasing year by year. Year by year, but you get the idea. So, where do we put the next paper maker? I think it's about time to remove one of these things. Hold left control. No, we need to remove the hotkey for removal. I can't assign a hotkey for that. Well, I'm not gonna today. Alright, so let's put up another paper maker here. I mean, I want to have them in the vicinity of of the forest area, because that's just sounds sane to me. Right here, we're just lacking building effort. Okay. So, yeah, the extra hands, they help a lot. Okay, but the worst part is going to be we need to upgrade our food production quite soon again. I'm pretty sure that what we got here won't be lasting forever. There's one trick we could apply, though. So first off, I got an entire library that can be filled with extra librarians, so we can produce even more knowledge. And I could use efficiency technologies, you know. So, specialize on grain farming. 2% extra for such a low amount of investment. Hell yeah. So this way, we can increase our income passively. I like the idea of that. So, increase the output of all farms a bit too. Like that. And now let's increase the output of bakeries. Is that possible as well? Oh yeah, you guys, you can have all our criminals. We don't miss them. Goodbye, you filthies. So, where did we go? Bread production. Yeah, 6% more bread production. Hell yeah. So let's increase that to another level, and this could be also a way for us to increase our production without bloating it up. I think that's a good idea. Another good idea, in my humble opinion, seems to be to bring up some more brewery. I mean, are we really producing 600 units of drink per year? What the? I thought we were not anywhere close near. Okay, so that means I totally misunderstood this whole. The tavern doesn't need alcohol. You just drink it anyways. My God. Sorry guys, I'm seriously shocked. Producing over 600 units of drink per year. I was like, oh man, when do I finally produce some serious numbers here? I am, all the time. Okay, so I'm recovering from the shock already, so we can build up another tavern just down there. I should spread a couple of taverns here over the place then. People will like that for sure. And as far as I understand things, it won't change anything. It's just providing them a place to drink at, doesn't it? So I want to have yet another... Well, let's say... I want to reach at least 4 taverns in total. So let's put up a temple tavern here too. And... the Artisan's Tavern, of course, you know. There we go. So this these projects will cost us a tremendous amount of resources yet again, but you know, no pain, no gain. We need to spend some if we want to earn some. So let's see how's the flat house situation here. Alright. So services are not totally catastrophical right now, except for the taverns. So how's the bathhouse situation though? I bet not good. Nah. So 6 bathhouses here in town. Still people are like, we don't have enough. Give us more. I mean, 850 people need more than 6 bathhouses. Jeez. Oh, I thought we were living in the medieval times. I always imagined people didn't mind the filth. How wrong I was. So we can't build... Let's see. I don't have a pavilion yet for a stage. What's that? That's the tier 2 stage, isn't it? Okay. And there's also arenas. So I think it's about time that we bring up an arena here. The frickin' security district needs an arena. Build up the arena where we also happen to make all weapons. I find that only fitting. Law persecution, weapon making, arena. Quite synergistic. Alrighty, so I'm out of workers again. How did that happen? Man, we just stocked up on workers, didn't we? Damn. Crazy. Just outright crazy. So the jeweler is jeweling, and we're out of workers. Totally. Damn. Ah, workers! Well, I mean, the good news is we must be producing more food than we actually need right now. I'm pretty sure about that. Also, there's imports, so we should be totally fine on that end. Building these new things that I planned takes a while longer. Alright. Yeah, of course, we're running a bit out of workers when we're installing new taverns everywhere. It's to make sense. But now that I know that we're actually just not producing enough alcohol, we're not having enough taverns, things are a little bit easier to understand. So we're running low on grain here, so this is starting to bother me a bit. So all in all, our harvest is not there yet. So let's increase our grain production yet again, because it seems to be clear that we need more grain than we're producing. Alright, here we go. Let's see how these new upgrades will work out for us. Because this is not good. We're reaching 0 this year. I mean, it's only for a short period of time, but I can't remember when the last time I saw that my grain stockpiles went to 0. That means we're not producing enough of that stuff. So let's overproduce yet again, huh? How about that? So how many workers do I need here? 30. Don't have 30 workers right now. Here's one for 19 to 20 workers. That's better, huh? Let's do this. And it's a very good idea to do this right now and not later. because right now we got the grain to put it onto the fields, so here we go. Put up some nice fancy roads here. It's actually dirt road, but don't tell anybody. I do think that the dirt road in this game actually looks quite fancy, that's what I'll say. Alright, let's put a pathing around each of these fields, because I feel like giving my town a bit of a look is always something that I like to do. And you see, there's more and more people flocking to our town now. So let's hire them all, because we have a lot of field work to be done here. To get done, I should rather say. We're going to be needing 20 more workers once this thing here is done, so let them head over to our place. Wonderful. Okay, so we got all this. Now, what's next, actually? How's my Entelodon pasture growing here? Auto-employment, my dears. Auto-employment, please. So I won't be doing this ever like this again. Like, no, like this. I'll be always building a way too huge pasture the next time. I learned out of this mistake. There's no reason to make it small. It just grows with time. And then you have nice livestock. Alright, so we're still pretty far away from actual Cephalon production now, which is a bit of a shame, but let's see. The jewelry fulfillment is not even remotely visible. Okay. I guess we have to work a lot harder on that. I mean, right now these dudes are producing 7 units of jewelry per year. We got, sadly, 860 people that want to wear a piece of jewelry, so we have to work on these numbers a little bit, I guess. So let's upgrade the workers on the gem mine, because, you know, wealth. Ah, whatever. Let's give it even more. I think that's too many. Let's stick with 30. That's okay. I'll have to keep up some extra workforce for other things, too. That's important as well. Okay, but I think we finished a lot of the building projects here. So, let's see. This tavern now is the only tavern that's offering service. So, nobody here wants to drink. They all want to drink down there. Workload 26%. But why is there no service available if the workload is that low? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, I'd say we just put up a few more taverns until they finally shut up. So, the tavern at the childcare center, very important. Let's have 2 taverns here. Obviously, they need more than that. Okay. So, let's increase the amount of librarians. Why are we running out of workforce yet again? Dang. I want to have more librarians now because I want to increase, or I want to unlock Cephalon next. Because now that I have discovered that Cephalon owning this stuff is making my people already happier, it's about time that we start owning that stuff to make our people happier, you know. And on the other hand, we can't afford that many gemstone miners. But at least it's a +5 at this point. I want to employ my workers now that we'll have to dig into the mountain all the way. It's a long way to dig into, I know. But the mine has to be carved out. Okay. So, well... makes me wonder how I could increase now the fulfillment of my people a little bit more. I mean, we're really only ever so slowly growing at this point. I mean, I'm not too surprised about that. But I'm also watching this with some cautiousness, because when our growth is slowing down like that, new projects will be harder and harder to achieve. So I'll have to account in that that everything new will be achieved slower from here on. Because I think at some point now the migrational thing will be no longer that much doable. I mean, I could change the retirement age here too. I could still do very, very much in terms of equipment, food and services. Well, food rations, yeah, sure, but we're hardly providing enough food for everybody here. So drink rations, yeah, we're also not producing enough. So if I could just produce more food, I could let them dudes engorge themselves even more. That would make them happier too. How realistic is that? Anywho, I'll put an end to this episode here today. I feel like we did a great job so far. And let's see where we'll end the next time. I still want to produce Syphilan, but as we see here, we hardly have enough workers for our plans right now. So let's see how this will play out in the long run. Ah, beautiful arena, by the way. So, gladiators? Shouldn't I? The amount of prisoners. Oh, we're using prisoners now. Can I configure that? So I'll have to check that out on the next occasion. So feel free to drop me your comments and leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's daily content from my side. See you soon and have a good one. Bye-bye.